This is part numero cuatro. Addendum. Um, Dos cosas. First cosa, why did I share all that stuff about the video from the grapevine? Is it too black specific? Is it too U.S. specific? Here's a consideration. Again, like I said, the talk was exactly about biracial, interracial um, relationships and people. So that's direct relevance. And one consideration with that is that uh, ethnic relations in the United States significantly influence the whole of the earth. So there is relevance, direct, immediate, significant relevance. And with that stated, and a fundamental component of ethnic relations in the United States is the relationship between people of European ancestry and people of African ancestry. In the black-white paradigm, the binary within the United States, policy, law, culture, and additionally, um, the experience, the relationship, the healing, the learning, the reconciliation between people of European ancestry and people of African ancestry is essential in harmonious interethnic relations earthwide, globally. So yes, we got to have that combo. We got to have that process. We got to have that reconciliation, and so this is part of it. And to be honest, and one thing I didn't say before, this is getting a little bit longer. One thing I didn't say before is that um, kudos for the group having the conversation because back in my day, cats weren't even talking about it. We knew who was mixed. We knew we were mixed, those of us who were, and we didn't talk about it. It was I passed for black for many years. Didn't wasn't One of the brothers mentioned it in the conversation actually in the video about like he tells people that he's black and he saves his mix. He always identifies as mixed, but he saves that as a conversation for those that he deems willing or deserving of knowing the further details. But otherwise, he just identifies himself as black and leaves it at that. So, but particularly that was the pervasive. It wasn't even like the norm. It was like pretty much the only thing. Um, and the most people would talk about it was like, oh, yo, guess what? I heard so and so was actually mixed, and that was pretty much. And then they would be like, oh, yo, Peter, I heard you were mixed. Like, yeah, oh, okay, just say okay, and that was it. Because again, the colorism, the reactionary colorism from black folk, dark skinned black folk towards light skinned folk, it exists whether the person's outed as mixed or otherwise. It'd be like, oh yeah, red bone, this, that, and the other, light skin, yellow, high yellow, whatever else. You don't have to do the math on to see how light a person is. So even whether mixed or not, there's that kind of evaluation or devaluation accordingly. So we didn't even talk about mixed because once a cat like came out directly as mixed, oh, he thinks he's better, oh, or she thinks he's better, she's better, and that was particularly amongst women. But anyways, that's getting into the whole colorism. But my point is that 20 years ago, 30 years ago, cats weren't even identifying tough as Creole brethren weren't identifying too tough as being mixed. So for this group today, or in the past 3 years, to have this conversation, appreciate that. Kudos. Because guess what? At my alma mater, at this point, at this very moment, Hampton University, they don't even keep records about mixed people. If you go to mainstream Eurocentric universities, there's that demographic is included within the statistical listings of student populations. Not at Hampton University. It's 99% black. That's it. Something like that. And then maybe 1% white, maybe 2.2% Asian, 0.2% native, maybe. Um, Mixed ain't even a category. So that's today. So that just gives an indication of, again, there are things at stake in these identity politics, and it's a sensitive issue, which is why it's important to talk about it, and which why this forum is necessary and appropriate and appreciated. So it's appropriate to communicate that appreciation too, and do respect accordingly. So the other thing I'll say to wrap this up, this is a little bit of a downer. It's a little bit of a challenge, but I'll see if I can like tidy it up afterwards, flower it up afterwards. But what I will say is this, by the grace of God, diversity, multiculturalism. I'll put it this way, phrase it a different way. Without mélanger, multiculturalism, diversity is impotent and sterile. Full stop. Now, how do we get flowery from that? I will say that as I say that, I'm reminded that in the convo there was a lot of there was a communication about certain unhealthy perspectives regarding relationship. And I remember, particularly in the interracial conversation, the first one that I saw, um, and a number of the brothers mentioned just dating who they want to date, and basically the implication was having sex, and a lot of the opinions and perspectives reflected a very superficial notion of what it means to be in a relationship, what's involved, and the criticisms were based upon those superficial understandings as well, um, and the notion of spirituality, religion, a sense of purpose, a shared purpose, and additionally, were left very much unstated during that conversation, and not even addressed as a category or as a criteria for a relationship. Um, so that's something to be mindful of as well. So is that flowery? I'll just share books. How about this? Got this one right here. I'm just sharing what I got on the tool. Got this one right here. 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 Now, to be honest, I get to read the whole of this. Got this one right here. And got this one right here. So, anyways, there's your flowers. Namaste, assalamu alaikum, shalom, zaijian, adios, teja grease, asabina, asabu, killing Alfred, one love and peace.